Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 2 Episode 5. Yes, last episode I think it was a lot more interesting. The swamp and obviously the philosophy behind the guy that was trying to protect the swan is amazingly interesting. It's very interesting, and as you mentioned during your commentaries, is obviously the basis of the Buddhism. I don't remember if there is another part of the Buddhism that speaks specifically about this, or is just the main source of the Buddhism. But still, again, it's an interesting philosophy in which I think the show is based around. Because so far we have seen that philosophy of balance, that everything must be on balance. Yes, the fire could be dangerous, but also water. So, and yes, I have said this before, especially when we watched the episode with the firebender master that refused to teach Aang. And yes, we have certain discussion with this about this character, about this philosophy. And the other aspect is obviously the kind of life that now Suko has. He's used to being a prince, even if he was a banished prince. He's used to this easy life, to this relatively comfortable life, and now he's seen the worst side of the world. A person who has no country, who has no allies, and obviously he's just living day by day, which is obviously not ideal, and he feels so humiliated. Uncle Iroh is trying to get the best they could, but obviously Uncle Iroh has a lot more experience in life. Suko doesn't, and yes, this is affecting him so much. But as I said during my reaction in my previous video, this is something that Suko needs, or at least I think he needs it. Anyway, I'm going to start to recapitulate the last video if I continue this way, so the only thing I need to mention is obviously, if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider a subscription, and obviously turn on notifications so you can get up to date with whatever we're doing with the channel. If you enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you feel like follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below. Leave a comment too, because that motivates me to keep doing these videos. It's fascinating to read your comments, guys. But anyway, yes, enough about this presentation. Let's just cut all of these and watch the episode, shall we? Okay, I just watched the 5th episode of the second season a second time, and yes, it's just as funny in the second viewing. We had a lot of funny moments, a lot of funny jokes, and this is something I appreciate. I always love a good comedy, and this provide with a lot of those elements. But obviously, it's not only that side. Let's speak first about the silly stuff in the episode. When they put Aang in jail, I honestly thought, wait, that is too big for him, he could escape. And yes, seen later, we see him just remove that thing, I don't recall the name of those things, out of his body. So yeah, while he was speaking with other prisoners in a jail in which he could escape easily. Obviously, everything is to mock this stuff, and the other prisoners are kind of nice people. Yeah, he's speaking about Katara. And, oh, but you're such a catch. You're handsome. You're intelligent, and you're the Avatar. And yes, all these criminals, and I put them in quotes because yeah, it's absurd. But those criminals were actually pretty nice. And yes, obviously, it's the punchline after what we saw in the first moments that we saw this tattooed guy. But obviously, I said criminals because the leader of this town, his decision is law. Whatever he says is law, which is completely absurd. This reminds me, obviously, it's kind of Tumblr the town. because yeah, oh no, my feelings are the most important part. And yes, they don't care about facts, they just care about feels. So yeah, it's pretty Tumblr the freaking town. And it deserves to be mocked, honestly. Yeah, I know, Tumblr is a dead horse, but come on. It's the best dead horse you could beat. Anyway, yeah, it's a funny story, especially with obviously the mockery of the parody of Sherlock Holmes, because yes, the hat, the freaking, I don't know, monocle, I don't know what to call those stuffs, and obviously the pipe, the bubble pipe, everything is a mockery. And yes, the way that he's portrayed is obviously, we're supposed to believe that he is like Sherlock Holmes, getting all the clues and deducing everything. But obviously, his deductions were just things that we could deduce ourselves for all the evidence. And he's so adamant that he must be the one who says all of this, that's even pushing Katara away. So yeah, the mockery in this episode, the funny side of this episode it's hilarious. I was laughing so much during the same episode. And yes, even the Judgment Day, let's say it, it's so ridiculous, so over the top. The punishment, eaten by a bear, I think I saw eaten by a shark, boiling in oil, all of that. It's so ridiculous and also over the top. And the fact that the court is actually the one is deciding everything, is actually one of the parts, is not impartial, and they are not taking evidence. Again, this is Tumblr the freaking town. So yeah, everything is made for make fun of those ridiculous stuff that we saw in the episode. But then it turns around and in a very serious part, when especially Avatar Kyoshi appeared. Avatar Kyoshi appeared and everything is so serious, even the color change, obviously. But my god, the sheer demonstration of power that we saw. Again, I still am not able to grasp the true power of an avatar. At least I don't think I am, because we haven't seen the full power of an avatar that much. Yes, we have seen glimpses here and there, especially in the finale, in the last season finale. But I still think not sure that is the full potential of an avatar. And this is still something that surprised me, that a person, even in a fantasy world, a person that is able to cut a freaking island, well, a peninsula in this case, and make it an island. It's amazing demonstration of power by just one bender. Just one bender. My god, that genuinely, that scene with Avatar Kyoshi gave me chills. It is such an amazing scene, and such a way to showing off the power of an avatar, the possible power that Aang could possess without getting the OP treatment to Aang. Yes, he has been OP, but in a very selective way, when it's absolutely necessary. But in this case, yes, thanks to this demonstration, you know that the avatar is OP. You can sense that, and you can see that. Because yes, we have seen the attitude of Aang. He's a very pacifistic person. He doesn't want to enter into conflict. He knows that he must enter into conflict because, yeah, he needs to save the world, and you're not going to save the world by just sitting down and being, oh, let's chill. No, this is not the case. You need to fight, but he doesn't want to fight anybody and everybody just because he's the avatar. And obviously, even if he didn't do anything, even if he's not, let's say, guilty, but his past lives are guilty of something, he still feels bad and he wants to redeem himself as the avatar. Not as Aang, but as the avatar. So yes, once again we see that Aang attitude, that personality that shines. Again, very in character for Aang to be like this. And I love that little aspect of the show, that they are consistent with characters, that they do not change it just because the plot demands it. I think we saw a little bit of that at the beginning, why they did not fight in the beginning, but they are fighting now in the town. But perhaps there is an explanation there, that maybe they just, as I said before, he doesn't want to fight, but now he's fighting for defending his own life and the life of the people in this town, and the freedom of the people in this town. So, yeah, perhaps it is actually different, and is not a plot device poorly used. I think, at least that's what I think now that now that I analyze it a little bit better. So, yeah, perhaps it's that. Now, obviously that is over, and I love how they changed this Avatar Day in which they hate the Avatar to something that, oh no, we now love the Avatar and we will commemorate it by not deep frying our dough and it tastes like crap, I guess. So that they commemorate the day in which they did not boil in oil the Avatar. A kind of weird celebration, but okay, whatever rocks your boat. Yes, that is the end of the funny side. Now let's speak about Iroh and Suko. This is important because once again we see just the way they are living. And obviously we know that Suko cannot live like that. He's not accepting said humiliation. He is still seeing the honor in being the royal family. So what does he do? He steals from people. And that is obviously something I'm against. And this is something that obviously Uncle Iroh was against. He has his suspicions, obviously, but when he started to arrive with golden teacups and all of that, yes, he starts to say, okay, this is too much. He's trying to solve his problems in the wrong way. And he has a chat with him. A chat that was absolutely needed. Because yes, honor comes in different ways. Obviously Suko is just accustomed to one way. He does not understand any other. And since he's so young, he's still a teenager, he obviously has not enough time to mature. So, yeah, I understand his side, and he wants to help his uncle. Because, yes, the stuff that he bought was for his uncle, for the commodity of his uncle. At least I did not see anything for personal use in the case of Suko. So, again, he steals foods for his uncle and for himself, obviously, because he needs to eat. But the material stuff, the extra stuff, I think he only steal the money so he could buy stuff for his uncle. But obviously this is not honorable at all, and this is when he starts to go to despair. But again, the wise words of Uncle Iroh is what brings Suko up. He still needs to analyze and work, he needs time to think about these words, but he reached to a conclusion that he needs to grow by himself. And he's going to be separated from the uncle. I don't know what is going to be about this. I don't know what is going to happen in this case. Because I don't know if he realized now that even with the Avatar, his honor will not be restored. And I doubt his father was even saying, yes, I will restore your honor if you bring me the Avatar. I bet. And I don't know if this is something that you told me before, and if I told you before this, but I bet even before he was being treated like a criminal, even before that, his father will not be receiving him back. He will have bring the Avatar, and the father said, okay, I don't need you anymore, get away from me. That's what I think. So, yes, he needs to analyze the honor. Because, yeah, from what I have seen, the honor is one of the most important aspects in Zuko's life. So, I don't know what is going to happen with him. I don't know what is going to happen now with the dynamic. Because obviously everything is going to change, at least from one side. But I want to know this. And again, my god, I just love Uncle Iroh. And the more I see him, the more I love him. But anyway, I think I exhausted the topic of this one. I hope you enjoy it. And as always, let me remind you guys that if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider a subscription and turn on notifications. Leave a comment to let me know what you think about this reaction, about my commentary, and obviously give a like if you enjoyed the video. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it, guys. I have nothing else to say, but thank you for your attention, and see you on the next one. Bye!
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like, so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks, and see you on the next one.